Biggest epic fails of 2021, Part 1. First on the list is our former jackass-in-chief, Donald Trump. He's on the list because even to this day, he's still demanding a recount. Oh, my votes weren't counted correctly. The votes weren't tallied right in some states. I demand a recount. Dude, you lost. Take your L like a man and move on with your life. Lord knows the rest of this country has. Well, I won't say the rest of this country, but the majority of this country has. And Lord knows that you're probably not going to be a front runner for 2024. Next up, President Joe Biden. Now, you can argue that he's only been president for a little over a year and we really haven't seen what he can do yet. But the fact that he's made some very, very incompetent statements is enough to put him in the biggest epic fails list. I mean, I'm optimistic, don't get me wrong, but some people say that with the way the country is now, it can only get worse. Next up, Gorilla Glue Girl. Now, for people who don't know a lot about black or Afrocentric hair, this girl thought it would be a good idea to substitute hair glue for Gorilla Glue. Industrial extra strength Gorilla Glue. So much so to the point where it backfired and she lost part of her scalp. This kid's why reading is fundamental. It specifically says on the back of the damn label to not use it on your skin or body parts. But I guess some people gotta learn the hard way. So epic fail. Next up is the raid on the Capitol building. The entire country, the United States, takes an L for this one. Can somebody tell me how a country that prides itself on liberty and justice for all continues to allow people of color to be shot dead in the streets, whether they're unarmed or not, but they let stuff like this happen? They let an entire raid of people storm their building, which is government property, which is illegal. So if that doesn't tell you that the state this country is, I don't know what will. Next up, and I was waiting to do this one, Derek Jackson, life and dating coach, being exposed as a fraud. Lesson here, ladies and gentlemen, is always practice what you preach, because if you don't, it will come back to bite you in the worst way. Derek Jackson was supposed to be all about being faithful and black men, or men in general, uplifting their queens. But yet, he was doing the exact same stuff that he was preaching against. Now, I get it. Nobody's perfect and everybody makes mistakes and everybody has a moment of weakness. I get that. But if you're a public figure and you're known for something like this is the last thing that you want to be caught for. So Derek Jackson, epic fail. Now, this is one I really didn't want to do, but Shaky Richardson. As talented and athletic as she is, she went down for marijuana, which I think is stupid. But then she got a second chance in the qualifying rounds in the United States, and then she ended up getting smoked. Now, I'm not putting her on the list because she lost. I'm putting her on the list because humility goes a long way. You should be just as humble in defeat as you are in victory. So, Shaky Richardson, epic fail. Stay tuned for part 2. Biggest epic fails of 2021, part 2. Jesus Christ, this one hurts me. But the Sonya Curry, Del Curry divorce situation. Del Curry wants a divorce from Sonya Curry because they found out that Sonya was cheating on Del Curry with his best friend from college, who is an NFL tight end. Now, I know that nobody has the perfect marriage, especially in 2021, but Jesus Christ, you have Superman. Del Curry is everything that you could ask for in a man. A former NBA player, makes 7 figures, had 3 children with you, and has been faithful, as far as we know, for the past 30 plus years. And to add insult to injury, you're going to cheat on him with somebody he knows? A friend of his? Sonya Curry, epic fail. Next up is the damn it, I'm mad guy. Bro, you had the audacity and the balls to go into a courtroom, threaten the life of your children, and to add insult to injury, you end the life of the mother and your children. What kind of man are you? Like, I don't know if they gave you a life sentence or not, but that's not even half of what you deserve, bro. Epic fail. Next up is the Locks versus Dipset battle. Oh boy. Now, that was probably one of the more entertaining verses I've seen, minus the Bone Thugs one. Don't worry, we'll get to that one. But yes, the battle did not end exactly the way that I thought it would, because Dipset, despite having a few hits and winning a couple rounds, lyrically they got their boots smoked. And this is coming from a guy who's a fan of both of the rap groups, but sorry, Dipset, you gotta take the L there. And this is coming from a guy who's a fan of both of the rap groups and has listened to their music for over 20 years, but Dipset, sorry, you guys gotta take the L on this one. Hurts me to do this one as well, but Deontay Wilder. Next up, Deontay Wilder. Now, the first fight was a classic. It ended in a draw. The second one, you got your ass handed to you. And the third one, you did a hell of a lot better, but you ended up being outclassed by the better and more technically sound boxer, Tyson Fury. But the fact that he lost isn't why I'm putting him on the list. It's how he handled the loss. Remember what I said about Shaky Richardson and not being able to handle defeat? You go into this category too, brother. So, sorry, epic fail. Hopefully you win your next fight, because I'm a huge fan of yours. Next up is this guy, the Detroit police officer who went viral for his self-defense and disarming technique videos. Now, his videos are entertaining, I'll give him that, but the advice he's given to the people who watch his content, he's giving them a one-way ticket to the upper room. Now, I'm a martial artist myself, but even I can tell you that his advice will not work in the streets. And last but not least, we have the Milk Crate Challenge. Speaks for itself. But those are the biggest epic fails of 2021. Which was your favorite biggest epic fail? And let me know which ones that I left out in the comments.